Welcome to Scaling with Purpose, the show where we explore what it takes to build companies that aim for commercial success and meaningful impact. I'm joined today by Kevin van Windt, founder of Based on Skills. It's really great to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you. Yes, let me introduce myself. My name is Kevin van Windt. I am the founder of Based on Skills, and I'm happy to be here with you.
Beautiful. Thanks for being here. So first thing first, Kevin, I'm really curious about what motivated you to create Based on Skills. But before we go there,
Yes.
I want to ask you a question on what motivated you to start a business, to become an entrepreneur.
Good question. I think I didn't have specifically the motivation to become an entrepreneur. From nature, from myself, I am a opportunist, so I see chances. So the chance that I saw was the question of the market, and I fulfilled that question. And while fulfilling that question, I needed to start a company. So
Yeah.
within me, it was not, oh, I'm at home, let me think of what company I start. No, I
No.
was just doing it. And for legal manners, I had to make that a company.
Yeah.
That's
So for yourself, entrepreneurship is a tool
is
to provide value to people that have a certain problem.
exactly. I have a group, so based on skills is not my only business, and the group is also called Improving Life Group. So that's my mantra. Everything that I invest in, that I start a business with, it always has to be an improvement of the life of people's. So you will never see me sell oil or something like
No.
that because it's not an improvement of the life that people live. That's my only thing. Let's see, if I start a business, I have an ID, I check it with the mantra. Is it
Right.
improving the lives of people? Yes, then we can do it.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. Yeah, funny thing is, I have the same. When when I became an entrepreneur in the beginning, it was chasing money. Yeah, being very honest.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, when I saw, okay, I reached some point where I was financially stable, I was like, okay, what now? And then I started understanding that my time had value and I could spend my time doing a lot of different types of things and still get money. So if I am allowed to choose what to spend my time on, then I want to choose to improve people's lives. So in that
Nice.
sense, I love your mantra. It's really
Thank you.
beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. So I want to ask you about based on skills.
Yes.
I'm curious, what is it exactly that you solve? What is the problem?
The problem is that for young people on the labor market, especially in the Netherlands, I can't say about worldwide, but I think they will experience the same problems. Is that if you do a study and you get at the labor market at a young age, then the people are going to ask you about your working experience. But that's
Yeah,
something you can't have because you were studying all the time. And the labor market in the Netherlands is so focused on a CV and the
yeah,
demands on that, that for young people, it's very hard to get their first chance.
yeah,
And and we think they are capable of that first chance, but somebody has to give them the first chance to build that working experience. And that's why we came up with based on skills.
hmm,
If you don't look at the primary things on a CV, like your diploma and your working experience, but if you look past that, you will see that a lot of people are capable to start on the job. But the market and the systems in the market are built that if there's not a HBO on the
yeah.
resume or 5 years working experience, you won't even get looked at. And that's what we are trying to change with based on skills.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think it's very valuable. It's always a chicken and egg problem, right?
Yes, exactly.
They demand experience from you, but how would you get experience if they don't allow you to gain that experience, right? So how does based on skills do that? How does it encourage people to hire people that are not there yet, that are not experienced
That's
yet?
a good question. Now, if you stop looking primarily at the working experience and the diplomas, then you need something else to look at
Yeah,
because you
exactly.
still have to choose people And we say, look at the skills people have, the soft skills, because
Oh, yeah.
hard skills are easy to learn. Hard skills, everybody can learn how to use words or something, but soft skills is something you have developed throughout your whole life, and that can be meaningful for certain jobs. So what we do is we learn companies how they could hire and select people based on their skills. We learn
Mm.
them which skills you need for the job, because a
Yeah.
lot of people don't know
Yeah.
what does a person need to start at this job, and not what does he have to 5 years. No, to start you don't need 5 year
No.
experience. You will learn on the job a lot, but to start you have a certain skill set. That's very important, and we show the skill set of people with an assessment in the app, and we present that at the employees.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's interesting because I've been on a lot of vacancy boards,
Hmm.
and it's always a very difficult job to create the vacancy text, right? Especially before ChatGPT.
Yes, yes,
I mean, ChatGPT helps a lot.
yes.
Well, it does some part of the thinking for us. Maybe that makes the vacancies not really matching our needs, but that's a different challenge we have as a humanity, let's say. But it's very hard to create a job description. So I'm curious because you say we help them to find that. How do you help them? Is that consultancy or is that in the app some kind of?
We do a lot through our software, and the first problem you address is indeed the vacancies are too long, too big, and especially this generation of Gen Z is not consuming the information how you are presenting it like
Exactly.
the same as 1999,
Yeah.
because some vacancies never change.
Yeah.
So what we say is we also have AI in our employees
Mm.
dashboard online. It's an online dashboard. If you would like to upload a vacancy on the app, then you have your own employees dashboard when you can fill in your old vacancy, and with one press on the button, our AI tool will change your old vacancy in something that Gen Z is aspired to look at.
Yeah,
So you
so it
don't have
will
to
become fancy and
fancy.
attention grabbing and
Yes, exactly. So you don't have to think about that anymore. That's what we are doing for you. And then we also grab the skills from the vacancy,
Mm.
and we always work with suggestions. Like we say, and not any robot, not me, not you, can know what you have to do for that job. Only you,
Yeah,
the job owner, knows best.
yeah,
So we give you suggestions. You can look at the suggestions and you say, I agree with this suggestion or not, and you pick different skills. That's how
yeah.
we work.
Yeah, exactly. I like that a lot because I was afraid that when I would, because I would like to check the system out. By the way, but that's a different story. But I was first thinking, okay, will I be guided and will it be done for me and will I lose control?
No, you
Because
never
in the
lose
end,
control. Yes, that's
uh,
it. We help you, but you are always in control to say and agree with what we think. Because at the end of the day, we believe in nobody knows your company better than you.
yeah, exactly. And it's also a little bit we entrepreneurs have a little bit of pride. We
Hmm.
are proud of our company
Yes,
and the culture we are building. So it must fit that type of feeling we have with the identity.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I like the approach. And yeah, so you have put that or you have created that software, you have put that in the market. So I'm
Yes.
curious, how did you start?
To be honest, I made a lot of mistakes, because this was the first time that I started a company with this amount of potential. Like I started a previous company, and what I say I was selling before I even had a Dun and Bradstreet number.
Yeah,
So
beautiful.
that was easy. I was selling and then making the company, but this time it was the other way around. And with this much potential, like before even going live, the idea itself had already investors knocking on my door from,
Exactly.
hey, we would like to know what you're doing, etc. And that was all new for me. I am not from like a wealthy family, and the
Mhm.
network when I started wasn't there with the right people to guide me through this. So I just go with the flow, and I fell into the trap from doing what I'm the most good at, and that's especially the marketing of the product. And I think a lot of founders are good at that because it's your own product, you developed it, there's
Exactly.
nobody can tell the story better than
Yeah.
yourself. So I invested and a lot of time and money in the marketing. And you, as you can hear, I have two targets, like the
Hmm.
B2B or the
Hmm.
employees and the
Yeah.
B2C on the employers. And I always have to the chicken and the egg. If I don't have vacancies, the employers won't download the app. But if I don't have employers, the vacancy won't be on the app. So balance is really the most challenging thing for based on skills.
Yeah. I can imagine.
But I started with what I know about the market, and I know young people, Gen Z.
Mm.
That's where my specialty lies. So I went fully on that, and we have 10,000 app downloads and a lot of users, but they are not my paying customer.
Yeah. Exactly.
My paying customer are the employees, and that demands sales in the labor market, and that was not my specialty. Where I should have had always primarily sales because that keeps your company alive.
Yeah.
I was too fond and keen on the idea of the social impact.
Oh yeah.
That's nice, but that's not going to pay the bills.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that was my biggest challenge. Like I have this company that is winning prizes because of the ID, and the outside world likes it a lot, but inside we are not selling enough
Yeah.
to keep this company alive. So that was one of my biggest lessons. I can give you a small example because like online marketing, let's say social media marketing, you have two options: organic
Yeah.
or paid.
Yeah.
Organic, the whole world sees that, your mom sees that, I
Yeah.
can show it to my mom, my
It's
neighbor, everybody.
broad.
It's broad.
Yeah.
So that's where you can show off what you're doing, how nice
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
visuals. But an paid advertising is your target. It's
Yeah.
specifically, let's say, younger people between 18 and 23. Only they are going to see the ad.
Yeah.
You are
Exactly.
not going to see it.
Yeah.
Me, I'm going to see it. But that's what gets me money. But it's for an owner and a CEO and a founder. It's very difficult to make the choice from, okay, nobody's going to see it,
Hmm.
but it's going to get me paid,
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
everybody's going to see it and love the idea,
Yeah.
and and I make
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
mistake to go a lot of times for the second one.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's also very, very, if you're not profit oriented
Yes,
in your nature,
yes,
it is
exactly,
very hard to bring things down to the bottom line.
exactly,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes,
you're looking at other metrics, like how many likes, how many followers, how many
exactly.
views,
Yes, yes.
right?
And how many people we help. It's like this company is so big and touches so much touching points. Like we are software,
Yeah.
but we are also recruitment,
Yeah.
but we are also helping young people work. So it's social impact.
Yeah.
We are very good at marketing because a lot of brands, a lot of companies are not good at reaching the younger target. So they
Exactly.
ask us, can you help us reach
Exactly.
the younger? So we have so many touch points, and in the early stage, yeah, we do it all. I go to
Yeah. Yeah.
schools and give
Yeah.
seminars
Exactly.
and do
Yeah.
this and do that, but the core business is that we are supplying software that makes it possible for two targets to get in touch with each other. That's employees and employers. And this year we said we are going back to the basics, and how nice everything sounds and every opportunity sounds.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to say no and focus on your core business.
Yeah. It's just the marketplace. We're going to match these people, and then
Yes.
yeah, 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 yeah. And I think even if you're looking at the at the impact side, actually you're saving the world, right?
Yes.
And I think if you move from saving the individual towards saving the world,
Yes.
then it automatically turns into a more focused type of system, right? Because if you're focused if you are if you have your engine running, and
Yes.
the engine gets bigger, 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 then you can save the world. But if
Yes.
you keep tracking the individuals, and trying to reach the individuals only, and
Yes.
not creating the system, then
It's not
yeah, in the
scalable
end you're
also.
saving people, you're
Yeah.
saving a group, but
Yeah.
you're not bringing
Growth.
changing the job market for Gen
Yes.
Z. And that is an interesting insight. Lovely, lovely. I Yeah, it's actually very cool because you have a marketplace, and you can look at your marketplace from different viewpoints,
Exactly. Yes.
but in the end you should go and look at it as a marketplace, then it works.
Exactly. Yes. And the key of a marketplace is balance.
Yeah,
Like enough vacancies
yeah,
for enough job seekers and enough job seekers for the
yeah,
vacancies.
yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and what I want to ask you, because this is a very clear challenge you had, and I think you have the right insights to improve on that part. But what has it done with you as a person?
As a person, like along the way, you don't see that you're taking the wrong way,
Mm,
because what you're doing, you're enjoying what you're doing. You
yeah,
get very nice attention for what you're doing, because what I said again, a lot of people that are not my target group, like above Gen Z, for example, they love the idea what you're doing, so you get invites, you come speak and everywhere. And like I'm the person that goes from, okay, nice, let's go, let's do this. I along the way, people are loving the idea and wanting to make their, let's say, share to help bring this idea to life. So they are saying, I can help you with a marketing campaign, I can help you with this and with that, and with CEO and SO in your Google, and everything is good with a good intention, but it also costs money. And it's not like in one time like 100K, because I'm not stupid, I would say no. But it's like 1,000 here,
yeah,
10K there, and at the end, and I'm also not that good financially. I know the basics, but I'm not a financial guy. And at the end, when your annual year is done, and you see what amount you have spent on, for example, marketing, that's crazy. I could have hired two account managers to do the sales, but
yeah,
it was not like in one time that amount, but
yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
And
And
at
then
the end,
it stacks.
it stacks. And
Yeah.
at the end, when I realized that, I felt like I failed, to be honest.
Hmm.
I felt like I failed. I felt like, could I rewind the time? Can I go back in time? If I had the same amount of money, I would spend it this time very differently. I need a second chance. And that's how I felt in the beginning. But at the end, I know this is part of the journey, and this makes my story. I'm now better, I'm now smarter financially. I took the right measures, and I know what to do now. And I see it as like I get a second chance, and I start from zero, for based on skills internally, not externally, but internally. I start from zero with learnings from the past 2 years,
Yeah,
knowing what to do and what not to do, especially.
exactly. Yeah, some lessons are expensive,
Yes.
but they are very valuable.
Yes, they are very valuable. It was like a really painful thing to see that my turnover was 2.2 million, but my costs were 2.1 million. So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
so it's a smack in the face, to say it
Yeah,
nicely.
I can imagine. But I'll also, if we're looking at the startups in this phase, you're not an outlier, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all not making a lot of profit in the phase you're at.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
But it's not the profit for me, but spending the money
yeah,
otherwise.
yeah,
And the biggest lesson I've learned is that you can take guidance. Like I have these lessons. I hope that if someday a young Kevin is out there and wanting to do this, I hope he finds me so that I can help him not make the same mistakes that I have made. Like that was, think, the biggest lesson how I could have saved a lot, is to have a mentor or something like that. to invest, because I was not like stubborn. So I was not the guy like I don't want a mentor. No, but I was not willing to
Yeah.
invest the time to find a
Yeah.
mentor.
Yeah.
That's that's how. Yes.
Totally the same here, unfortunately. If you haven't learned to search for a mentor, it's not like very logical.
Exactly. Yes.
The next logical thing to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you need to learn that along the way, that it's valuable and it's important. So I have an interesting question, and this is something when I first met you, I had it in my mind, but I never asked the question. So you have actually, yeah, a recruitment platform, let's say it, if we
Yes. Yeah.
if
Yeah.
we bring it back to the
Yeah. Yeah.
core. How do you do recruitment yourself? How do you build the team?
That's the funny part. I was already my whole life recruiting people on skills without knowing it. So I will give you the first
Right.
example. I would work at a retail store, and they were searching for new people, and I would just love to work with my friends. So it was not for me like I'm going to recruit. No, I just wanted to work with my friends, so I helped my friends with a resume so they could work at the same place as I did. And it was like I was like 16 years old or something. But I already knew that if the resume that they had, if they send it to the company, they wouldn't get a chance. So, like a little bit of illegally, I changed their resume so that I made sure that they would get the job. But it's not the focus on that I changed the resume. I
Mhm.
already knew that they were good for the job. I
Yeah,
just had
exactly.
to convince the company that they are good, and I convinced them with changing the resume, because you can change the resume but you cannot change the people.
It's
So
the
the people were
packaging.
already good,
It's the
yes,
packaging.
but they would never have looked at the people if I didn't change the resume.
Yeah.
So that's the problem still today.
Yeah.
The people are good, but their resumes are not good. But that wouldn't say that they are not a good fit to work at your company.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was doing this long before I knew that I had this skill of recruiting on skills, and even later with my first company, Young Ambition, that is a coaching company that works for governments and schools to guide young people to a soft landing in after school.
Yeah, beautiful.
This goes about their life after school, and that was my first company. And every coach that I hired was not a coach. They not graduated
Oh
as
yeah.
a coach, but I saw how they personally were, and I knew you could work with young people because you have the mimic and everything. So come work with me. I don't care that you don't have the diplomas or the working experience. I see you and I think you're fit for this role. And I did it for so many people. I think more than 30 people I supplied a job on this way, like changing their whole career. Like I'm talking about university people who are bound to have the way of the Zuidas, but
Yeah.
changed there for their impact that they were willing to make. It's purely based on their skills.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that last point is really funny. Actually, we think people with university degrees are ready for the market.
No, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't. They are just like us with zero experience,
Yeah.
just a lot of school time.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, very, 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 very nice to hear this back from you, that you are using that methodology actually for yourself, and it is something you live by,
Yes.
because we see quite often a lot of let's say I talk to a lot of startups, and what I see is they provide a certain service, and then when they need to do it, they do it otherwise in another way.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But you are bringing Kevin into the application to help actually these companies to do it like you do.
Yes, I'm the biggest proof of concept. If you ask me, you can get a good reference that this method works.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. All right, I think we can talk for another hour,
I think also, yeah.
but I will try to not take all your time. I really enjoyed the conversation, Kevin,
Me too.
and
Really, yes. Thank you.
I want to thank you for your time. But before we close, I want to ask you if people want to find you and follow you, because what you're doing is really wonderful. You are changing the world to match how Gen Z works and thinks. And I think companies need that change, need to communicate in a different way, need to help Gen Z understand them. And we need to help Gen Z understand the companies, and that
Exactly.
it goes both ways, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If we don't do that, then there will be a huge mismatch between Gen Z and the working environment. So I do believe that people want to follow you. So where can they follow you?
On LinkedIn, I'm the most active on LinkedIn. So my name is Kevin van Windt, and you can follow the journey on LinkedIn. And then at LinkedIn, you see also my companies. You will also see the business page of Based on Skills, the website www.basedonskills.nl, and on all the socials, the name Based on Skills fortunately was free. So we have the best name, I think, and it's on all socials and online.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks a lot for your time, and hopefully we'll meet up again
I
later.
hope so. Nice. Thank you.
Right.